Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to your English video for today. It is Tuesday, the 7th of December, 2021, and today what we're going to do, we're going to carry on looking at our persuasive pieces, and we're going to identify the layout and features of a persuasive letter. So first of all, for our starter, we are going to, there we go, we're going to have a look at a sentence, and we're going to be exploring and identifying and creating complex sentences using different conjunctions. So we've got our conjunctions at the top. We've got because, if, so, and although. And I've got the sentence here, and I've got my conjunction missing. Let's see if we can figure out which conjunction it should be. So it says, Miss Dunn shouldn't eat too much chocolate. We know Miss Dunn loves chocolate, don't we? Something, it has a lot of sugar in. So would it make sense if it was because, if, so, or although? What do you think? Pause the video, have a little bit of a thought. If you said because, you are absolutely correct. I will write that in there now. And if I was you, when you create your sentence in a minute, I'd write out your sentence and underline, just like we would do in school, the missing word, okay? So you're going to have a sentence now, and you're going to find the missing word, the missing conjunction to join that main clause and the subordinate clause together. Because remember, this part, very, very bad underline there. Miss Dunn shouldn't eat too much chocolate. That makes sense on its own, doesn't it? So that is my main clause. Whereas the bottom bit, it has lots of sugar in. That doesn't make sense on its own. So that is the subordinate conjunction. Where's my mouse? There we go. So that is the subordinate conjunction. Are we ready for your sentence? So have a look at it. Choose one of these words from the top, one of the conjunctions that would make sense in that sentence, and then you can pause the video. So we should eat more fruit and vegetables. It does still have a lot of natural sugar in. So would it be because, if, so, or although? Pause the video, write your sentence out, and remember to underline that conjunction. Off you go. Right, let's move on. So today what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at a letter. Now this is one that we're going to have a look at with me now, and then you've got one it's the reply to this letter, kind of similar. So we're going to be thinking of our 5 W's again, using our question hand. And Miss Dunn has been a bit creative today, and I've got all my words on my fingers. It might be backwards for you though. Should have thought about that, shouldn't I? So I've got who, what, why, where, and when. So let's have a look at the letter first of all, and then we can pull these pieces apart from the letter. So it says, Miss Jenny Gamble, 15 Hull Road, Anytown, CO2 6SY. And she's writing to this place here called Cinema City, 25 Hill Street, Anytown, DS3 6NT. And the date of the letter is the 23rd of October, 2007. And it says, Dear Sir, I saw in the local paper that you have set up a new kids club. Can you please tell me more about it? Who can join? Where does it meet? How much does it cost? When do the meetings take place? What time does it start? Do I need my parents' permission to join? Yours sincerely, Jenny Gamble. So, using my question hand now, we're going to pull apart this information. So first of all, we're going to look at who, a bit backwards, but who. And I'm going to get my fancy pen. And who are we writing this letter to? Well, who is writing this letter, should I say? It is Jenny Gamble, and it says her name at the bottom here. So that's who, but also her name is up here, and this is her address as well, so I'm just going to colour that in. But also there's another who on this page, really, really interesting. This who is who she is writing to. So we don't actually know, but we know it is a sir, and a sir is normally a man. So then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a little blob here. And next to it, I'm going to get my fancy pen, and I'm going to write who. There we go. Now I'm going to think of my next question, which is what? Don't know if you can see that what. What is the reason she is writing? That didn't make sense. What is the reason that Jenny's writing to the man? So she's writing to the man because there's a new kids club and she'd like to join. She needs a little bit more information. So set up a new kids club. So there we go. And I'm going to do my little blob again. And if you think about it, it is my what question. So I'm going to write what next to it. There we go. Please ignore my handwriting. It's a bit tricky. So who, what, why? Why is she writing? Well, the why and the what are quite similar on this one, but she needs more information about it before she actually joins the club. So I'll get my highlighter. There we go. And she wants more information, doesn't she? So I'm going to do my little blob again. And what label am I going to give this one now? It's going to be my why. There we go. Right, the next one. Where? Where do you think this kids club might be? There's a bit of a clue right at the top of the page. Any ideas? If you said Cinema City, on Hill Street, in any town, you're absolutely correct. This is the address where the kids club will be taking place. There we go. I think I've got all that in there now. So that's where it's going to be. So if I get my pen now and I just write where. And my final question is when. Can you see that? When. So is there anything on this letter that tells you when something is happening? Any ideas, or when it was wrote? Any ideas, year 3? I'm just getting a new colour. If you said here the date, you're absolutely correct. That's when Jenny wrote the letter and submitted it. So I'm going to do my final little blob here. And I'm going to give the title when. There we go. Now, if you think about this letter, you can see how the letter is set out. You can see that the address is at the top. Okay, so we've got Jenny's address there. That's the person who's writing the letter. The address goes straight away. And then you have the address at the other side. And then you always do a date, just so that you know that when the person wrote that letter. And it's always polite to start with a dear. It's just kind. And then you can write, dear sir, dear madam, dear Miss Stone. You address the person. And then you write all the information that you need to in the letter. And it finishes with something along the lines of this. This one says yours sincerely, but you could have kind regards. There's lots of different ways that you can word that. And then it's finished off with the person's name who is writing the letter. And you can see how literally it is structured there. So now what we've got is we've got the letter that you're going to do. Now it's a little bit more in depth, and I do understand it's a little bit overwhelming, but there's so much information in there. You might have more than one why, you might have 5 whys. Really, really think about this. Now it's got the address, it addresses the person who is writing to. If you look, it says kind regards instead of on the other one, it said yours sincerely. There's lots and lots of detail on it. Now, this sheet is uploaded to Class Dojo Portfolio as an activity. So you need to log on as yourself to carry this activity out. And what you can do then, you can select certain colours and you can highlight it yourself with your finger or with a mouse or on the pad on the iPad, whatever works for you. And then make sure once you've done it, you press save, and then the work will just come straight to me. Really, really easy way of working this today. So it will have a key for your who, what, why, where, when. And just make sure you colour in the boxes so I know which one's which. If there's any problems, please do let me know. Good luck, and I'll see you soon. Bye.